Hello, hello, it's Elizabeth Busby here, and welcome to Discerning Marriage. Today, I am going to be reacting to dating advice from the 1940s. My producer sprung this on me. I've never seen these before, but I am a licensed marriage and family therapist, and I have been accompanying dating couples for, 8 or 9 years now, a long time. Written a course for Discerning Marriage, and I am very, very passionate about helping people get good, solid, wholesome dating advice that sets them up for healthy and happy marriages. So here we go.
How do you choose a date? Whose company would you enjoy? Well, one thing you can consider is looks. Woody thought of Janice and how good-looking she was. He'd really have to rate to date somebody like her. Yes, he'd enjoy that, except, well, it's too bad Janice always acts so superior and bored. She'd make a fellow feel awkward and inferior.
Okay, please stop. How the person makes you feel is actually an incredible little litmus test for you of how your future would be with them. So I love that they made that juxtaposition of like, she's really attractive, he's drawn to her, but the way that she makes him feel, like her behavior, her actions make him feel some kind of way, and that's not great. Yes, please pay attention to how you feel in the person's presence, like what that is like, how their actions make you feel, how generally speaking, how you feel when you're with them versus when you're without them. That's important. And going back to the very beginning, it was probably too quick to stop, so I didn't. But when he said, whose company do you enjoy? That is something I feel like we don't think about often enough in our current like hookup dating culture where we're just like body count, blah, 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 rank it up. When you think about how you would enjoy your time with them, you're thinking about what your friendship would be like. And there's a lot of research out there, the Gottmans in particular, there's a lot of research out there about how friendship is the foundation for a lifetime together. So be thinking about how you enjoy their company, be thinking about how they make you feel. I'm down with this video so far. Let's see where this goes.
Well, perhaps someone who doesn't feel superior. There's Betty. And yet, it just doesn't seem as if she'd be much fun.
Poor Betty.
What about Anne? She knows how to have a good time and how to make the fellow with her relax, have fun too. Yes, that's what a boy likes. He wants to know he's appreciated. Anne would be fun on a date. So Woody decided he'd ask Anne for this first date.
Okay. This is random, but what stuck out to me is that the girl is eating. I feel like there are so many times where people get so prim and proper on dates, or women struggle so much with like body image or whatever that they like don't eat on a date. But did you see how that girl was just like eating her cotton candy? That's what stuck out to me there. I don't know if that resonates with you. I have talked about this in other videos. I'm not going to go into it right now, but I am recovering from an eating disorder, so I'm always very aware how eating is portrayed in different places. And the fact that that girl was just like downing her cotton candy was like, go girl. Was her name Anne? Go Anne. I don't think it was Anne. But either way, go her. Make sure you eat on dates. Okay, let's keep going.
How do you ask for a date? What about this?
Anne? Well, how about a date? Well,
really? No thanks, Woody.
Well, suppose he did it this way.
Anne? What you doing Saturday night?
Well, I guess I'm busy.
Oh, yeah? Any chance of giving him the brush off for me?
Well, of all the nerve!
Well, is there another way?
Anne? This is Woody. Well, I have a ticket for the High Teen Carnival Saturday, and, well, would you like to go?
Why, yes, Woody. I'll have to talk to my folks about it, but I think I can go. That'll be fun.
Yeah. Well, shall I pick you up about 8 o'clock?
That's fine, Woody. 8 o'clock Saturday. I think it'll be all right, but I'll let you know for sure. Bye. A date with Woody. Saturday.
Oh my gosh, the quaintness is just too much. Okay, I have a couple things I'm thinking about. One, He just straight up came out and asked with what he was wanting, okay? That is excellent advice, you guys. If you want to ask a woman on a date, tell her that it is a date, all right? Make it very clear. Make your intentions very clear. One of my big pet peeves right now is this whole like ambiguous, like what's going on. I'm a kind of a recovering drama queen, and I was a competitive dancer in high school, so I was very up in the like drama world. Drama is exhausting, okay? If you can do anything to reduce the drama in your relationship, please do it. Drama is an emotional suck, and you don't want it in your life. So one of the ways to reduce that is make sure that you are clear with your intentions. I love that. Anne knew, her name is Anne knew that he wanted to ask her on a date because he said, I want to take you out for this thing. So that's good advice. I was also, this is very cultural from the time, but very intrigued by the fact that he had to go through her parents to get to her because there was like one house phone. And so he couldn't just call her up. The guy is reminded of the daughter's dignity by having to face her dad first. And not like to ask permission to take her on the date, just to go through, like to call the house and have to be like, can I talk to Anne? There's something to be said for like how that elevates his respect of her and his like, how he treats her in his mind, right? Does that make sense? So even though people have cell phones now, you can just like call her. Also calling her would be better than texting her. Texting didn't exist in the 1940s. But if you call her and ask her on a date, that remember her dignity when you do it. She's someone's daughter, she's cherished and precious and beloved, and someone loves her very much, and you should treat her that way. I am saying men asking out the women. I do think that it's okay, at least at the very beginning of a relationship, for a woman to initiate and say she's interested in a date. Maybe that's even a topic for another time. But I know all of these, it's 1940s, they're all going to be the man pursuing the woman. And I do think there's something so beautiful about the man initiating and the woman getting the opportunity to receive when it's done properly. It's in the proper order. So fascinated by this.
Well, it's the time Anne had set for getting home. And now, good night. The end of a perfect evening. But
What's going to happen?
how do you say good night? Perhaps
Don't, please.
I did not see that coming, but I guess that is a tale as old as time, you guys. What I love about her is she was like, no, and she ran inside. I hope that everyone feels that empowered to say no and run inside. There's also something so beautiful about waiting for these types of intimacy. I bet these guys, if they were watching Dating Now and they were like, oh, at the end of a first date, you go upstairs and you have sex with each other, they would be appalled because that's appalling. That intense intimacy is meant to be shared down the line after marriage when you have all of the other safety things in place with the vows that those give you. So obviously that's not what he was trying to do. I did not expect him to try to do that, but I also didn't expect him to like leap on her. And so your emotional or physical leaping on your person at the end of a first date, I agree. Go Anne, run inside. Don't let that happen.
What Ann?
Yeah, bud. You messed up.
or it could go this way.
Well, so long.
Just like that. After all, a girl likes to know you've had a good time. So let's try saying goodnight again. One more way.
Well, it's getting late.
Yes, it is. I'd ask you in for a bite to eat if it weren't so late. Let's plan to get home in time for a sandwich or something next time.
Say, that sounds good. I'll call you next week.
Will you? Well, thanks so much. I had loads of fun.
So did I.
Good night, Woody.
Night, Ann.
Okay, you can stop it. That was so quaint. Okay, that was cute. Number one, she lives with her parents probably. So is he having a sandwich with her and her parents after the date? Because that would be cute. Totally down with that. Everyone's keeping their clothes on. Love that. That's great. A sandwich. That's really cute. Number 2, I love that he was intentional with what he said he was going to do. I'm going to call you next week. She said, okay. So there's going to be none of this like dramatic, like, what does he mean? What is his intentions? I need to read into his every action to figure out what he means. No, it's very clear. So do that. That's good advice from the 40s. You keep that. She also thanked him. Listen, I think there's a sense in which all of us culturally have gotten very entitled to things. And coming back to these sweet, simple basics of, I'm going to tell you what I'm feeling and I'm going to thank you. That's really lovely. I love that. And if you want to eat sandwiches with each other's roommates or whoever they live with, go for it. I'm down with sandwiches. Okay, that was really cute and really fun. And I was not expecting to like the advice so much, but I do. I like the advice. I think we can really take some of this beautiful simplicity when things were a lot less dramatic and use those for your dating. That was really fun. I hope you enjoyed that. Until next time, stay close to the heart of Jesus and be not afraid. Bye.